This small dog has been sitting in the middle of the road for hours trying to save his best friend's life.
Not be laying in the road like this.
I mean, imagine driving in the middle of nowhere with cornfields and all these random, pastures with like maybe one house on like 100 acres. That's where they were at.
Samantha, who works with the local dog rescue in Houston, was notified 2 dogs needed help.
One of my friends got a message to her rescue page about a dog in Dayton that had been hit by a car, and him and his little friend had been sitting out there since 11 o'clock that morning. I didn't see the post until closer to 2 or 3 o'clock.
Samantha and her fiancé were amazed at what they found when they located the dogs.
It was weird because he was kind of in a ditch, and Corey could have laid down in the ditch with him, but instead for the next, 5 to 6 hours, he laid in the middle of the road, just hanging out. We walked up and Matthew was laying in the ditch. You could tell that he had a ton of road rash all over him. So rather than just rush and pick him up, we wanted to go ahead and get Corey situated first because we didn't want to get Matthew, have him cry and scare Corey off. So we went ahead and got Corey in the car.
You're so scrappy looking.
Next, they needed to carefully get Matthew out of the ditch.
It broke his tooth. You gonna be able to let us pick you up? You gonna let us pick you up?
We think that the car impacted him on the side because he had a small fracture in his arm. His tooth was chipped, and he had his right femoral head was fractured as well. So he's kind of beat up.
With the dog safely in the car, they rushed back to Houston to get the dog's medical care. It was during this drive the furry twosome got their names.
So we were kind of like, okay, we need a name for these dogs because, one's got to go to the emergency room and they need to name them. And so we thought Corey and Matthew from Boy Meets World.
Yes, please. We need that. Corey, would you like a puppuccino?
Back in Houston, Matthew was immediately treated for his injuries. The very next day, the furry friends were reunited.
Susan, you want to hold his leash just in case?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You want to get in there? We got Chase for you. He's not crying anymore.
You're right. That's your buddy.
Look who it is.
Oh.
Both dogs have been recovering at their new foster homes.
You want your food?
They're having a blast in their foster homes. Corey is in love with big dogs, which is not surprising because his best friend is a big dog.
He loves that bed. Okay.
With both these dogs on the mend, how could the story get any better?
We have an approved adopter in Wisconsin that is going to be adopting them together in June.